many things in life, investing is as much about the don'ts as it is the do's. And for the DIY investor, there are two things you simply have to avoid, and you don't need to take my word for it either. America's Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors of all time. Just check out the performance of his Berkshire Hathaway vehicle if you don't believe me, and this is what he's got to say, and I quote, "Investors should remember that excitement and expenses are their enemies. And if they insist on trying to time their participation in equities, then they should try to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful." Now here are two more crackers from the so-called Sage of Omaha, and again, they're well worth listening to. First, quote, "For investors as a whole, returns decrease as motion increases." Second, if you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Now, Buffett's a patient man even in his 80s. His favourite holding period is allegedly, quote, forever for stocks. And while that may sound extreme, it's not daft. Let's face it, investing for your SIP or your pension is a 40 or 50-year job. Buffett, therefore, focuses on firms which have got strong pricing power. That comes from their competitive position, brand, technological edge, or even a captive customer base. He doesn't overtrade, or even trade at all if he can avoid it. Why? Well, pricing power means fat profits, which means strong cash flow, which means fat dividend payments. And dividends and their reinvestment represent some 2/3 of total shareholder returns over time, according at least to academic research. Just look at the chart behind me. The FTSE All-Share has generated a compound annual capital return of around 7% a year since its inception in 1962. And on top of that, it's offered an average dividend yield of around 3.5, 3.6%. If you use those historic trends and extrapolate them, this chart's what you get. From £1,000 over 50 years. The bottom line is the FTSE All-Share without the dividends. The middle one is cash, based on historic returns in the bank. And the top one is the FTSE All-Share with the dividends banked and reinvested. It's not hard to spot the difference, even if it takes around 15 or 20 years to really emerge. So dividends can compound, but so can trading costs, stamp duty, our commission and so on. They will tot up and erode returns as surely as dividends will enhance them. We are here to make trading easy for you. We're here to make it transparent and as cost effective as we can. But that doesn't mean you need to use us every single day. Just because you've got a fridge in the house doesn't mean you have your head stuck in it all the time. So again, keep costs low when you have to trade, but don't trade all the time because you simply don't have to.